Welcome to it, sports fans. The MKT Show. I'm MKT, Cliff Central Sport, Gareth Cliff. That's Gareth Cliff standing on top of a radio because radio is dead. Radio is dead. Unless it's Sirius XM, you know? That's not dead. Howard Stern's going to be great forever. And Mad Dog Russo is going to be great forever. Anyway, I'm MKT. It is the MKT Show. It is Monday. I am juiced to be here. It is awesome. Let's get going. 23rd of the 11th month of the COVIDth year. That is 2020. Hey, people are talking about Christmas already. I'm not really a Christmas guy, by the way. I don't really like presents, you know. I've always said the best present is money. Give me money, as they said. Well, let's get into it. Great weekend. Premier League, rugby, blah, blah, blah. Premier League is king. It is back. There isn't a better product nowhere on earth. It was just an incredible weekend again. So let's get into it. Arsenal, tell you why they should be happy about the Pepe incident. And then Liverpool. People telling me, oh, they're going to win and it's over and you were wrong. Tell you why I'm still dead right. I'll tell you why I think I'm still dead right. By the way, push like. If you don't like the show, this didn't even happen. Just let it happen in the background and you can keep living your life. Let's get into it. It is Monday. I want to get into it. So here's the thing. When you date somebody, right, and they've just come out of a long-term relationship and the old relationship was horrible. It was horrible. They got trust issues and they were used to drinking on Sundays and there's anxiety and you're always walking on eggshells. That's not a great relationship, right? Because people bring their old habits. We call it baggage. That is bumps and bruises from the past partner. Maybe past partner was a screamer or a yeller or, they come from a home of divorce. But people bring their baggage into relationships. So you always need to take into account when people have a fallout. What happened, right? What happened? What are the preceding circumstances? All right. And I think you've got to be honest. Mikel Arteta, he's the new great boyfriend, right? New good guy. Good guy. You got stepkids. You got kids from another marriage. He's like, great, bring everyone in. We're going to be a family now. But there are rules. So that other house you came from where 16-year-old kids are drinking on the weekend, that's not going to happen. We got new rules here. There's discipline here. Is you wash your dishes, you scrape your dishes off, you put them in the dishwasher. There's rules in this house. See, that's not always easy because when you bring that baggage, when you bring your kids with the old husband's habits and you bring it to the new house, Mikel Arteta says, no, sir. No, sir. Listen, if you're an Arsenal fan, you can't have it both ways, right? Because also, you must understand, if you're coming out of being single and you want to come into a relationship, especially a good relationship, because they say the great relationships should change you, by the way. This is what I've heard from a mentor, is great relationships should change you. The idea, and you hear it all the time, you see it on ridiculous Instagram posts, is love me for who I am, not who you want me to be. That is madness. Is when you're in a great relationship, you should want to change. You should want to go to the next level. So Mikel Arteta now is putting Arsenal under pressure because Arsenal want it both ways. Is we want the change without the pain. There is no change without pain, folks. And all of the bad habits you had before, no, sir. So what has Mikel Arteta really, really adopted here? Ozil, Bellerin, and my God, Pepe. Those are Wenger problems. And if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're league-wide, but let's stick to the Arsenal fans. If you're an Arsenal fan, what's been the biggest criticism for the last 17 years? Soft. Everyone knew, bully Arsenal, and their heads are gone. And not only that, once their heads go, generally you'll get a red card out of them. You'll get a reaction. They'll lose their shape. And when Arsenal are gone, not only are they literally physically soft in the center, but once their heads are gone, it's all over. Troy Deeney said, no cojones. Well, you saw it again with Pepe, but Pepe is a Wenger problem. By the way, that's not an Arteta problem. So if you're an Arsenal fan, and I saw some of the sort of abuse that Arteta is getting, I mean, what do these Arsenal fans want? So you want the change without changing yourselves. And what's happening is when you have bad habits, give you an easy one you can understand. Trying to lose weight after you've been overweight for 10 years. You go and ask anybody who's been overweight for 10 years what it's like to walk around the block. It's a lot easier to take on bad habits than to shed them, right? We all know that. Whether it's weight, if you're I'm a selfish person, right? Like I've been a selfish person my whole life. Now I'm getting a little bit older. You got to be a little bit more caring. You got to kind of be accepting of people around you. That's hard for me. Selfish is a bad habit. I'm trying to let go. It's hard. It's murder for me. I'm old now. Arsenal have been in terrible habits for 17 years. Mikel Arteta says, discipline first and I'll deal with talent later. Now you're starting to see Ozil, problem. Pepe, problem. Bellerin, problem. Right? Look at the guys he's picking. Right? Ceballos, character. You see he wants to fight. So that red card yesterday did one thing. I'll tell you why the Ozil and Pepe situation should make you happy. Is Arteta was right. Right? Look at how petty Mesut Ozil is. If you're an Arsenal fan, you've been seeing him tweeting the passive-aggressive nature. There's obviously something going on there. So Arteta says, out. Forget it. I'm out on that. But Pepe yesterday, that is unacceptable at under 13 level. Forget about being a 72 million pound signing. Because when I pay 72 million pounds for you, the ability is expected. So you're not special for being for having ability. Is I'm paying for character. I'm hoping that you bring a character that elevates the change room. That's unacceptable. What you saw yesterday was petulance, and that's why Mikel Arteta hasn't been picking. So if Arsenal fans want to know, why hasn't Pepe been playing? That's why. Arteta's got no interest in talent. He expects that. What he wants is the ability. So that's my first thing. Arsenal fans, also, you need to be realistic. See, Arsenal fans still think of themselves as the Invincibles. That was 17 years ago. By the way, to you, lady, to you, guy, in the second relationship, in a second marriage, you're not the six-pack 25-year-old anymore. You're the 40-year-old who needs to make some compromises. Be realistic. Arsenal are a top 8 club now. Just be realistic. That's all we're asking. Be realistic. Arsenal's a top 8 club. Mikel Arteta is saying that's not good enough anymore. And change, I don't care who you are, comes with bumps and bruises. Change comes with bumps and bruises. You can't have it your own way. You want the change and no pain. Give Mikel Arteta the time. He's showing you what he wants. Character over talent. And I tell you what he's doing. Build the defense. Arsenal's got the second best defense in the league. What do you want? Yes, going forward, it's a problem. Okay, but that's fine. You can fix that with a little bit of talent next year. Stop the goals leaking in. Stop being soft in midfield. He sorted that out. That's what Liverpool had to do, right? Liverpool couldn't defend. They brought in Virgil van Dijk. So what does he do? Is solve the defense. The attack will come. You got the talent. But Arsenal fans, be realistic. Arteta's dead right. He's on to a good thing. Ozil out. Pepe out. Now you got to get Bellerin out because he's a problem. That's clear, ability-wise, and we've seen the stuff off the field. So if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm ecstatic at the red card. And I'll tell you why I'm even happier. Arsenal didn't fold with 10 men. Again, by the way. Arsenal didn't fold with 10 men. You think of Arsenal under Wenger later on. With 10 men, are you kidding me? And Leeds were all over Arsenal with 11 men. But they didn't fold. They didn't break. And listen, Arteta's first transfer window, you're delighted. But Arsenal didn't bend or break with 10 men. What it tells me is the manager is dead right. And if you're an Arsenal fan, relax. What did you think? The guy's going to change it all in one season? Listen, when you move into a new relationship, she leaves her socks on the floor. These bad habits, you got to iron these things out. He doesn't wash his dishes. He's having one or two too many beers maybe on Sundays. These are things you work out. You iron that kind of stuff out. Arteta, that's what he's doing right now. New relationships are hard for everybody. But what's great in new relationships, there's only one way to do it, right? Set standards early. And that's going to be painful. By the way, you don't like the new standards of the relationship. What do? Leave. Get the hell out. Ozil, get the hell out. Bellerin, you're on your way. And by the way, Pepe, that's his last game for Arsenal. Forget it. Like Arteta, we can all see. He's not messing around. His whole life, Leadership's not for everybody. Mikel Arteta, his whole life, since Espanyol, Everton, Arsenal, what is the one denominator? Captain everywhere he goes. I love Mikel Arteta. You know why? I don't want my leaders to be the cool guy. Like, I don't want Jack Grealish style captain. You know why? I don't want emotional leaders. I don't want my leaders to get emotional, right? I never want them to ride the crest of the wave. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, they're constantly holding everyone accountable. Roy Keane, he doesn't care whether you like him, you don't like him. He's setting the standard. Arteta's showing you now, I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much we signed you for. I don't care if Wenger signed you. I don't care if you're one of the kids from the club. I don't care. Arsenal has standards now. I'd be delighted if I'm an Arsenal fan. You didn't bend or break. You've got the second best defense in the league. The rest will take care of itself. It's much easier to recruit talent than character. Because unfortunately, with the character part, you never know. Everybody comes to an interview. Everybody on the first date shows their best selves. You don't know who people are. It's much easier to go and get the talent than the character. So Arteta, I think, started right. If you're an Arsenal fan, you should be delighted. I love leaders that are not emotional. I like Arteta. He's cold, and leadership's not for everybody. You know why you can't have your leaders become emotional and ride the emotional wave? Is at some stage, leaders have to make hard decisions. Arsene Wenger was too close to the club. Arsene Wenger cared too much about the players. You need that separation, because at some stage, you're going to have to fire the players. Mikel Arteta says, arm's length, everybody. Everyone's at arm's length. I'm here to do my job. And in leadership, it's not for everybody, because you must cut people. I love it. If I'm an Arsenal fan, I love it. You haven't been ruthless for 17 years. That's why there's mediocrity across the club. Culture's impossible to build, folks. And this guy's trying. He's trying, and I think he's on the right track. He is trying. Listen, if you're a Gunners fan, I'd love to know what you think. But for me, I love it. He's my leadership style. Cold, calculated, unforgiving. No excuses. Nicola Pepe, he's done at Arsenal. I can assure you now. That's it. It's over. He'll get sold 25, 30 million pounds. They'll move on. The Arsenal will move on. And the Arsenal will be better for it. Bellerin's next. Believe you me. Believe you me. All right, let's move on. If you got any questions, remember, you can put that in the comment section. I'll get back to that. Finish off with this. It's been a great Monday so far. So, had a couple of texts, inbox messages. Oh, you were wrong about Liverpool. They're going to win the league. What are you talking about? Top 4 easily. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been watching this thing since 1992. It's a long time. It's a long time. The season starts in December. And let me tell you something. Having played, as my friend keeps reminding me that I keep saying I played at a certain level. I've played professional sport. Nobody gets fit in a season. I just want to tell you now for free. And there is no more relentless sport in the world, by the way. The Americans think baseball's hard. Nothing's harder than the Premier League. And nothing's harder than the Premier League in December. Nobody gets fit in December. That's when your injuries come. Liverpool are injured now. 8 first-team stars out to injury. Keita. By the way, a couple of shows ago, I said to people, Keita is injury-prone. Keita's injury-prone. Like, accept it now. I know people don't like to hear it. Keita's injury-prone. Henderson. And it's all the soft tissue stuff, by the way. It's a conditioning issue, or you're just injury-prone. It can be genetic. Keita's injury-prone. Henderson's injury-prone. You can only get away with the kids for so long. Sadio Mane is not Superman. Nobody gets fit in the season. Take it from me for free. You think it's tough now. It is about to get cranked right up. There's still games in the Champions League. There's still games to come. And then you've got that stretch in December. I'm afraid for Liverpool, honestly, if Jurgen Klopp comes top 4 this season, he's the coach of the year. If Jurgen Klopp comes top 4 this season, he's the coach of the year. Because everyone's injury prone now. Like the Alexander-Arnold thing, I'm afraid that he's just not going to be back before February, right? Not fully back, no way. Robertson's already, he's clinging on. What do you do at left back? Milner can't play 3 games a week. He's not 21 anymore. He just can't do it. What do you do at right back? What do you do at left back? Wijnaldum, he's had his injuries. Henderson's out, probably till December. and then he's going to have to come back and then get into it, and then it's 4 games in 9 days, 5 games in 9 days. No, stop. So to all Liverpool fans, the only thing I have to say is that relax. December is when the league is decided. We all know this. There is no way with the squad as it is now that they're only going to get fitter. And remember, you have an injury-prone goalkeeper, and we've seen what Adrian is. And the pressure hasn't really come yet for Liverpool. December, an already creaking squad. I mean, are you kidding me? Plus, you still got Champions League, and that Champions League, it's a nightmare this season. Congested season, and you've had 2 unbelievably high voltage seasons. That workload doesn't work. It doesn't work. Stop telling me Liverpool are going to win the league. No chance. City are on their way back. I know everybody's dismissing them, but listen, there's Aguero to come back. Mahrez has just come back. He's just come back from COVID. We don't know how long that takes. Ferran Torres is looking to settle into that team. Diaz is still sorting it out at the back. City are on their way back. Liverpool are on their way out. And listen, nice performance. But you're talking like, did they beat Chelsea or did they beat Spurs? That was Leicester. Top 8 team. Come on. I'll say it now, and I'm not going to move off it. If Liverpool come top 4, Jurgen Klopp is the manager of the season. The season starts in December. It's, of course, listen, nobody wins the league now, but you can certainly lose it, right? So Liverpool are keeping themselves in contention, but when the pressure comes, it's always going to be too much. And Klopp's done an unbelievable job, but stop. You got Sadio Mane left and nothing else. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get realistic. And I'm not anti-Liverpool. I'm not anti-anybody. It's just I've been watching the Premier League too long. Go and ask every team under Fergie who thought they'd won the league. Newcastle, they know very well. Spurs know very well when Leicester won the league. You don't win the league. You don't win the league in November. Sorry. Especially not like this. Especially, I've been through it. Liverpool are an exhausted side. The squad is fragmented now. Forget it. Forget it. I'd say I'm saying top 6 for them, because I just think there's too much power. Every other squad, Spurs on the up, Chelsea on the up, right? Spurs are that's the 2 problems, and then naturally I think Man City, and then they'll all scrap for 4th. I don't think Liverpool can hold it that long, and Van Dijk is so important, especially when the fatigue comes. Remember, there's a great saying in sport: fatigue makes cowards of us all. When you start, these kids are fresh now. Let's see what they like in December when the pressure comes, game after game after game. What's the thing about young players? Consistency. Game after game after game, 3 games a week, travel. The young kids don't know how to do that. And I'm afraid without Henderson, the Wijnaldum thing's shaky. Keita, we don't know what's going on there. Salah's coming back from coronavirus. We don't know how long that's going to take to recover. We don't know what effects he's had. He's been out for 2 weeks now. That'll matter. That matters in terms of getting the legs back. That matters. You got to re-ingratiate him. Now, what do you do with Jota? Listen, these guys are big ego players, by the way. Think about successful people. They don't want to be left out. Firmino's not going to want to be left out. Jota's going to tell you, I've been scoring goals. So he's going to have to do some coaching. He's going to have to do some personnel management now. But no way. No way. And I'll stick to my guns. By the way, I got a bet with one of our fans. I'll wear a Liverpool top, right, on the show if they come top 4. I don't see it, though. I've just seen it too much. The injuries are too much. Listen, I've always said this. Character first, yes. But you need talent to win. Like, talent takes you over the top, right? Character gets you to the precipice, but to take you over the top, right? To get you to the summit, you got to have your talent. And they've lost too much talent. And it's going to be for too long. I'd say it's okay if you lost 1 or 2, but I mean, you've lost your captain, you've lost your right back, you've lost your best player, your goalkeeper is certainly injury prone. What do we do about that? Don't be a prisoner of the moment, Liverpool fans. I'm sorry, I'm out. So before we go, got a message here. Emmanuel Mabungu says, Liverpool, the team to win. Wow. All right, listen, tomorrow I'll tell you where I was right, where I was wrong. All right, Emmanuel, I'm guessing you are a Liverpool fan. I don't see it. And I know yesterday's performance had everyone scared. I thought Leicester played horribly. I don't know what happened to them. One trick pony. Brendan Rodgers got to step it up. You've got the talent now. That is a problem. Are they top 6? Certainly. I think Liverpool will be top 6. Mane can't do it on his own. The pressure comes in December. Let's see what that looks like. Love to know what Liverpool fans think. Remember, you can message me, MKT Inspires, on the social. Otherwise, we are Cliff Central Sport or Cliff C Sport on Twitter. Like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, that for tonight is it. I am MKT. He is Gareth Cliff. This is the MKT Show. We will see you on the other side. We are the hell out of here.